Hi tutor and classmates, my name is David Moreno Ortiz and this is my video for the activity. Okay, let's go. First, bilingualism should not be limited to the Spanish-English dichotomy, but must recognize the linguistic diversity that characterizes Colombia, where there are more than 65 indigenous languages. An example of this exclusion is the lack of educational resource and teacher training for teaching native language compared to English. While the National Plan for Bilingualism (PNB) sets out strategies and standards for teaching English, many indigenous communities struggle to preserve their language without significant government support, which puts its transmission to future generations at risk. Secondly, there are successful cases that demonstrate that bilingualism can be a pillar for the inclusion of indigenous language. An example is the model of intercultural bilingual education in Ecuador, where programs have been implemented that strengthen both Spanish and Quechua in the school curriculum, promoting respect for cultural identity. This approach not only strengthens the learning of a second language, but also protects the linguistic heritage of indigenous peoples. It is therefore essential to retain the concept of bilingualism in educational policies so that it focuses not only on English but also on indigenous language. This would ensure a more equitable education and promote a truly multicultural and inclusive society. Finally, from what is mentioned in the previous parallel, as explained and emphasized by Barbour, for example, language allows us to observe that human beings often have complex and multi-identity, local, regional, family, religious, parallel to their complex and multi-identities. Individuals also show a complex and multifaceted use of language. For this reason, we can understand that bilingualism doesn't make the intermediate reference to English. Since as explained, bilingualism is based on the identity and culture that builds that language. Therefore, an Aboriginal language, indigenous language are also part of this group, taking into account the richness of the language that characterizes these groups, making a more just society, inclusive and collaborative for the development of these communities. Yeah? Thanks for all. Thanks for attention. Bye bye.